everybody. Welcome back to another episode. Today, I want to tell you about my friend Sheila, who is never going to retire. And Sheila is one of my best friends. I've known her a very long time. We're very close. And over the years, I've had the opportunity to see what's happened to Sheila's life. And based on the decisions that I see her making, I can tell you that, she is probably not going to retire. And a lot of people want to know, hey, what should I do in order to retire? How do I achieve financial freedom and independence? What do I need to do? Just tell me the steps. I think a better question to ask is, what should you not do if you wanted to retire? I did an episode about Charlie Munger and what I learned from him, after he passed away. And, one of the lessons he talked about was invert, always invert. And before pursuing something, he would write down all the things that he didn't want to happen and what actions he would have to take to make those happen. And that was his formula of basically what not to do. So I've got 7 clear things right here. I'm going to go through these. Number 1, Sheila spends money on stuff, not investments. So she likes to buy the iPhone, not the Apple stock. If you're going to buy things and stuff instead of investments, you will never retire. Number 2, she wastes time on the news and social media instead of reading books. The amount of time that this person has, especially with their job and what they do, they have so much opportunity to listen to books on the way to and from work every day while they're working. And instead they choose to bet on sports, be on social media, and it's just not productive. Start doing things that are going to increase your income and increase the value of what is in between your ears. Stop wasting time on the news and social media. The news could not be a bigger waste of time. It doesn't do you any good. You don't just get raw organic news like you used to. Everything has a filter. Everyone's peddling some kind of propaganda or narrative. It is a complete waste of time, in my personal opinion. Number 3, she focuses on opportunities to complain instead of feeling grateful. So this particular person will call me a lot of the times, and they don't call me to tell me how great their life is going and how awesome everything is, and how they don't tell me about the great things that are happening. They always seem to call me when something's wrong, and they just want to vent and they want to complain about their life, and they're not really into doing something about it. They literally just want to complain about it. And if you are going to retire, you have got to have a positive outlook. Positivity, this whole, there's like a movie called The Secret that goes to the law of attraction. If you're putting good things out in the world, you're going to get those back. But if you're being negative all the time, you're just not going to attract the right opportunities. If you walk into an interview and you're negative versus someone who's like upbeat, smiling, and positive, has good energy, good vibes, who do you think is going to get that job? It's not going to be the negative person. If you're looking for a great relationship, you're trying to attract the right spouse, the right life partner, and you just have this mindset that nobody wants you, nobody really out there is going to meet your standards, and so I'm just going to settle. That's going to attract those type of people in your life. So focus on what you're grateful for instead of focusing on things to complain about. Number 4 is she sees herself as a victim instead of the driver of her life. And so this whole victim mentality, I remember this. This is a hard one to break because I remember graduating the University of Tennessee, Knoxville, and working for $8 an hour at Ace Hardware. I had a college degree. I couldn't get a job. It was my dream to break into medical device sales. And like nobody wanted to hire me because I didn't have any great experience. I was working at a hardware store. And I saw myself as a victim in life. Life was happening to me. There was nothing I could really do about it. Everything I did, it didn't matter because my life was predetermined and I had no control over it. And then I read the book Think and Grow Rich. I think I read that book in like 8 hours. I read it in one day and then I reread it over the next 4 days. That book changed my life because that book taught me that I do not have to be a victim of my circumstance, that I can be the driver of my reality. I create my own reality. It taught me extreme ownership, that no matter what my situation is, it is my fault and I can do something about it. Number 5, she increases her spending as her income increases. So I've gone over this one a lot, but this particular person, they as soon as they get any money, they basically spend it. Whether it's just on stupid stuff, quite frankly. We'll get to that here in a second. But she definitely increases her spending as her income increases. Number 6, drinks alcohol instead of working out. So, this my friend likes to, meet people, likes to drink, and enjoys going out and having a good time, which is time that could be spent working out, or again doing something productive like reading or trying to invest, doing something that is putting them on a path towards retirement. But they choose not to do that. They choose to engage in destructive habits like alcohol instead. And then finally, number 7, they gamble instead of saving. So they like to, this particular person loves to talk about sports a lot, does a lot of sports betting, really enjoys sports. And hey, more power to you. But if you're not consistently investing and you're instead using money to gamble away on sports, that's a big problem. So don't engage in destructive habits. Engage in habits that are going to put you on the path towards retirement. So, and if you notice, all 7 of these have to do with the way you think. So if any of these relate to you, start working on what's between your ears. We'll see you next time.